Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Tech Beans, and it's here, the Xiaomi Mi A3. And you all know what that means, right? The Xiaomi Mi A1 and the Mi A2 were two of the best-selling Android One phones in its time. And there were actually three things that people loved about the Mi A series. Number one, amazing flagship-like cameras. Number two, Android One software. And number three, a very good pricing. And when I saw the pricing on this thing, and of course the specs, I was simply blown away. This is actually one of the more exciting unboxing videos I will ever do. So yeah, without further ado, let the unboxing begin.
No.
Alright, here we go. Now before we start, let me just show you the box right here. And as you can see, the phone has Android One. And the color I have here is kind of gray. That is 4 gigs of RAM and 64 gigabytes of internal storage. Man, the box is actually well built. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the phone will be okay if you want it to get shipped overseas. And we've got here the mini box, the SIM ejector pin, the user guide, all in English. Alright. And of course, the warranty card. And here we have the standard jelly case. And here's the phone. It's inside of this plastic. And as you can see, here are the specs. Snapdragon 665, 4030 mAh battery. First time a Mi A series phone getting a huge battery. And don't forget, it has an AMOLED display. Okay, so let me just put you aside for now. What else is in the box? Well, you only get a 10-watt charger. Bummer. And of course, a USB Type-C cable. And that's pretty much it. Awesome. And here's the phone. Let me just slip this off. Also at the back. And there you have it. The gray color. The back has that glossy steel gray reflective finish right there. Now the Xiaomi Mi A3 actually has three colors. The gray, the most simple design. The blue color, which is a lot cooler. It has that rainbow aura effect right there. And of course the pearl white, which I don't have. Now the back is actually Gorilla Glass 5. That is top-notch durability. But the thing is, the frame is not metal. It's only plastic. It is not as solid as the CC9. This is a metal frame. This is a plastic frame. Cost cutting. Now the phone is pretty small. I was actually surprised when they put out this kind of a size. This is actually the smallest phone they put out this year. Every other phone they put out this year were like 6.3, 6.4. Well, this is only a 6-inch phone. The feeling of having a small phone on my hand is pretty nostalgic. I could easily reach the other side, so it's great for one-handed operations. Man, that feels so good. I don't know, I just miss the whole small phone thing. It's something very rare these days. Now at the back, it has a 48 megapixel triple camera setup, accompanied by an ultra-wide angle lens and of course a bokeh lens. Does not have a telephoto lens, by the way. You've got here an LED flash, the Xiaomi logo. At the bottom, you get a microphone input, USB Type-C port, and a speaker grill. At the top, you get another microphone, the headphone jack, and the IR blaster. At the right side, you get the power buttons and the volume rockers. And at the left side, you get the SIM tray. It's got one dedicated nano slot and a hybrid micro SD card for expandable storage. And we've just opened the phone right now, Android One. Now the most noticeable specs right here is that Snapdragon 665 processor. For some, they say that processor is not very powerful. But yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, that processor is actually super powerful. And there you go. That is Android One. It is the cleanest Android experience on the planet of Earth. Now the main selling point of Android One is that it only has Google apps pre-installed. And of course, these two apps right here. But guys, if you're coming from the old Android One phones, then this is going to be a very different experience because they have updated the software. It works pretty different now. No longer will you get that 3-button layout. Well, for starters, you only get a bar right there at the center. No recents button, no back button. Well, the back button actually comes up when you open an app. Go to the next page. And of course, just like your ordinary back button. And it goes away when you go back home. When you swipe up the first time, it's gonna show the recent apps. Swipe up again to show the app drawer. So it's a totally different experience. If you want to see the app drawer immediately, you need to pull up straight like that. Else, if you do a quick swipe like that, it's just gonna show this screen right here, and you need to double swipe just to see the app drawer. So yeah, it's gonna take some time to get used to, but it is still Android experience. There is only one thing that fans were angry about, and it was the 720p display. Now the thing is, the display is actually very small, and that is actually good news. The smaller display means that the pixels are a lot more compressed. The quality and sharpness that I'm seeing right here is equal of that of a 1080p display. The text, the icons, they look very sharp. If they made the display here any bigger, everything that you will see will look a little bit faded. But it did make up for an AMOLED display. Yes, my friends, this is an AMOLED display. But according to GSM Arena, this is actually a Super AMOLED display, which is just a big deal. This is Xiaomi's most affordable Super AMOLED offering. The display is very vibrant, better viewing angles. Look at that. And the color reproduction is very good. Just like the Mi 9, just like the CC9, you get the same experience right here. But of course, the bezels are very thick. From the top, the bottom, the left and the right sides, well, it's not state of the art, but you get what you pay for. Playing on this thing is such a joy because of its small, very compact form factor. I actually kind of realized that playing on big phones, such as the Oppo Reno, the K20 Pro, they actually strain my hand. Here's the K20 Pro. There's actually kind of a strain right here at the top portion of my fingers when I'm playing like this. But right here on the Mi A3, because it's small, it's just perfect. I mean, I can definitely play games on this thing for hours and hours without feeling some strain. So yeah, this is the way to go. So yeah, playing games on this is just a lot more comfortable than bigger phones, period. And by the way, the sounds is not that loud, not that full as well. It's quite thin. But what about PUBG? Is the graphics actually good? Well, it's HD graphics and high frame rates at max. That is the highest settings that you can go for the game, for the latest update of course. And as you can see, it's not very smooth. We're expecting more on that Snapdragon 665, so this is not gonna cut it. It's a good thing we have the GFX tool to unlock HDR and extreme frame rates, and of course some advanced anti-aliasing and shadows. And as you can see, the phone can definitely game on max settings. It's just that it's kind of warm already down here. Just a few seconds of putting the graphics up. But yeah, if you want the best graphics, you're gonna use the GFX tool. And oh my god, this phone can actually do this. Not the smoothest experience, but it is able to do this kind of graphics. Just not K20 Pro smooth, not Xiaomi Mi 9 smooth, but hey, it's a mid-range phone with a mid-range processor. And I gotta say, the screen is very responsive. There doesn't seem to be any touch issues. It's just that my aim is very bad. Now before we go to the cameras, let me just show you the fingerprint scanner right here. Here we go. Nice animation, but it's not that fast. Also, when it's turned off, you can still unlock the phone. Pretty nice. Not the fastest, but it is very functional. And for those who were asking where the LED notification light is, it's actually placed right here on the upper left corner near the notch. And now for the cameras. As expected, the Xiaomi Mi A3 delivers. The photos I got with the 48 megapixel camera is just phenomenal. It is using a flagship sensor, the same one as the Xiaomi Mi 9, the K20 Pro, and yes, the latest phone, the CC9. With the Mi A3's cameras, you're gonna be able to get some really sharp, really detailed looking photos. The main take here is that it's able to bring flagship-like pictures on a mid-range priced smartphone. Now, the thing that I like most about Xiaomi cameras is that the colors are very natural. There are some downsides though. Number one, when you press the shutter button, it kind of has that lag. See? There's like a split-second lag right there before it takes the picture. Here's the Xiaomi CC9, and as you can see, it's pretty instant. Even in the 48 megapixel mode. Boom! No more processing, but here, 48 megapixel, and it's going to load just like that. It will take some time. It's just like the Redmi Note 7. It will take time to take the picture. Hopefully it's just a software thing, so they can update it so it's a lot more faster when shooting pictures. But right now, that lag right there can actually affect your picture taking. By the way, the camera app is pretty identical to the MIUI version. So yeah, it's pretty familiar, and it adds the Google Lens, which is a nice touch, because yeah, it can do that. Pretty useful if you ask me. That is not on the CC9 because it's a China ROM. Now I did notice that the cameras on the Mi A3 is not really as good as the CC9, even though they have the same sensors. I just think it's just a software thing, or might be the processor, but I'm not getting the same quality as I'm getting with the CC9. They're supposed to be the same. As you can see right here in low light, the noise kind of looks bad. Even in night mode, it still looks kind of bad. It's really far off from the Xiaomi CC9's quality. And what about video? It's kind of surprising that the phone can support up to 4K at 30 frames per second. Now the stabilization on the Mi A3 is actually much better than the CC9. Surprisingly, it is a lot smoother, although there's a little bit of shake in the video, but it looks a little bit better than the CC9. Although, the focusing seems very slow and it's focus hunting. Look at that, it's still blurry. Now coming to the selfies, this by the way was taken on a 32 megapixel selfie camera. And yeah, it's pretty good. It's very sharp, not too filtered. My face looks very flattering. As for the Pro mode, you can change the white balance from 2000 to 8000, the aperture to 100, shutter speed from a 1 of 1000 to 32s, ISO from 100 to 1600, and finally you can change the lens from ultra wide to wide angle, well, just 2. And that, my friends, is the Xiaomi Mi A3. Here's the price. You can actually buy this from Shundi, Philippines right now for only 11,000 pesos and 13,000 pesos for the 128 version. That is some serious value. Just like what they say, Xiaomi has done it again. Oh my god. Now for the price, I have no issues whatsoever with the phone. Just like the Redmi Note 7, just like the Redmi K20 Pro or the K20, every Xiaomi phone that just comes out is just killing it. For me, I highly recommend the Xiaomi Mi A3. There you go. Up next on TechBeans, the Xiaomi Mi A3 versus the Redmi Note 7. This is going to be an epic matchup, so don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon so that you don't miss it. This is Vincent Mingo from TechBeans, and I'll see you on the next video.